All right, as we've mentioned a few times, this was a very different type of conference here at PLMI, and one of the reasons why it was different was because we really got into what does it take to build a practice delivering lifestyle medicine. And one of the stars of the conference was Dr. Adrian Den Boer, who has a practice in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Doc, you gave your talk yesterday. What do you think landed the most powerfully as you shared your practice model with practitioners here?
The feedback I got from the doctors was somewhat overwhelming. So I so appreciated that. They really appreciated having the vision that you have to have a dream practice imagined before you actually execute, and then all the actions you do from there on out, it's just getting rid of bottlenecks towards that goal. So many doctors are just in that box practicing day to day and not really having that vision. So that was a really powerful one. The one that also resonated with patients, with the doctors rather, was putting the patient first. If a new thing is developed within the practice, does it benefit the patient? If it does not benefit the patient, you don't do it. It's just that simple. Serve the patient, serve them well, and they will treat you well. It's just really that simple.
What are some of the common bottlenecks that you've heard that people are having that you maybe help to them to unlock?
One of the bottlenecks is that practicing functional medicine, you have to spend oodles of time. And really, yes, you do have to spend the time at the first visit. It's so critical to really get to know the patient, to know what's going on with their being and the whole timeline, the triggers, so that you can really put together a program. Once you've accomplished that, you can do group visits. You can do follow-up visits. You have to do it fairly frequently to do some hand-holding, and those can be 5 minutes to 15 minutes, depending on your personality. And then you have to do those reevaluations where you spend just a little bit more time again to reassess the weak spots in that patient. That's how you can be efficient. You don't have to spend a half hour every single time. If you're doing that, you're wasting their time and your own.
One of the things you said is that you can actually spend too much time with patients, which I've never really heard said before. What gave you that insight?
The patients that I poured the most energy into, just all kinds of time and teach them all little individual things and just really poured my heart and soul into it. My worst patients. They did not last. They did not stay with us. They did not pay. The list goes on and on and on. The ones that I thought I ignored a little bit, lifelong patients. So I started cluing into that what the patient really wanted was a loving, caring parent authority, not a friend. They can go to Starbucks and do their thing there. They're here for business. So get in, get out, no fluff.